So your input values are just the x values in general. So for this example, x is equal to 0, 1, and 2 are your input values, also known as your x values. So that's what goes into the function. So for that example, again, whatever you put in is your input. Your x values, whatever you want to call them. Secondly, whatever comes out is the y value. So again, you plugged in your x, that's your input, and what comes out of the function, obviously, is then your output. Something new this year for you guys as 8th graders is the word domain. So it's the set of input values in a function. So the way you think about it is this. It's still those same values, but you need to make sure that you write it as a set. And so we know this is a function, these ordered pairs, this is a function since there's no repeating x values. And again, you can see that on the left, again, the domain for this function would be 0, 1, and 2. On the side here, right side specifically, are your y values, also known as your range. So it's the set of output values in a function. Again, if you need to highlight for yourself, take a pause, write things down, do what you need to do so that way you have it, and it's on here as well. So you'd say the range of this function is -1, 0, and 3. And yes, you do need to write those brackets down because it is a set. One closing thought that you can have for this is this table. I came up with this last year, just happened to be writing it down, and so the way it works is something like this. On the left side, you have only your x values. And so let me just cover this up real quick. So for instance, you have your x values, also called the input, the domain, the independent variable, and it's the horizontal axis. And so one thing I noticed was each of these words has in it. And so that's why I kind of capitalized it like this. And so we're going to be using this consistently. That way, when you go to pair the words together, you have your x values, you have your y values, you have your input, your output, you have your domain, you have your range, you have an independent variable, and your dependent variable. You have your horizontal axis and your vertical axis. So at this time, make sure you're pausing, make sure you're taking your time, click through everything, rewind, take a second, gather yourself, make sure you ask questions. Thank you.